News this morning from the PGA Tour as the groups have just been announced for this week's WGC-Dell Technologies match play. The 64-player field will be divided into 16 4-player groups. Each group features one of the top 16 players in the world. This event was cancelled last year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Now the groups will compete in a round-robin format Wednesday through Friday. Each player will play 3 18-hole matches, 1 point for a win and a half point for a halved match. And the winner from each group will advance for the weekend to a single elimination match play. Saturday, the round of 16 and quarter-final matches are held, with the semi-final and championship and consolation matches on Sunday. So with that, we welcome in our very own Todd Lewis, live on the grounds at Austin Country Club. Todd, great to see you. Groupings are out. World #1 DJ back in action for the first time since the Players. Who will he be facing? What do we need to know?
Well, Dustin Johnson, not only world #1, but the #1 overall seed in this championship, and he is in group #1 alongside Adam Long, who was outside the top 64 in the official world golf ranking, but got into this championship because a handful of players opted not to play here in Austin. Also in this group, Kevin Na. Kevin, a bit of a mystery. Of course, he won on the PGA Tour earlier this year, taking the Sony Open in Hawaii. However, in his last start at the Players, he pulled out after the first round because of a back issue. And then there is Robert Mcintyre, a young Scottish player who is playing in this championship for the very first time. As a matter of fact, he has not played in a match play professional tournament since turning pro, but his career is relatively young. He has played, though, some match play events, including the Walker Cup back in 2017 when he went 1-1-1. So Dustin Johnson, although he won here in 2017, hasn't advanced out of his group since that victory in 2017, but still he should be the dominant favorite in that group to move on.
That's right. Bob Mcintyre, always a fan favourite. He should be so much fun to watch, especially in match play. Well, how about our defending champion, Kevin Kisner? Now, of course, this event didn't happen last year due to the COVID pandemic. Do you think he can continue his match play prowess at this event, Todd?
Well, if he keeps putting like he's been putting over the years, yes, he definitely will be a force. But if there is a group of death here in Austin, it is this group. Now, the #2 overall seed is Justin Thomas, and he will have in his group not only Kevin Kisner, who is 14-5-1 in this championship and won here in 2019, but also was in the finals in 2018, but Matt Kuchar. He won here in this championship in 2013, lost in the finals to Kevin Kisner back in 2019. And Louis Oosthuizen, who's 22-12-0 in this championship. So a lot of veterans who've had success in this group, along with Justin Thomas. I did catch up with Kevin Kisner to ask him not only what it takes to win this championship again, but also about this very strong group.
I've heard some already referring to it as the group of death, but you know, when I got the tweet early this morning, I started laughing hysterically. Probably the highest player in golf, and Justin, the most consistent player in Louis, and then the guy that played in the finals the last time we were here. Is interesting dynamic. I think those balls might have fallen kind of oddly this year.
When you come into match play compared to a regular stroke play event, is there a different attitude or mentality you have to have?
Yeah, for sure. Strategy is completely different. You're playing each hole as a prize, you know. So you're going out and playing the competitor that you're playing, and the golf course strategy-wise, it's different than a 4-day tournament trying to beat 155 guys.
How important is that first match?
Well, I think you got to win the first match, or at least get a half. Although 2 years ago, I lost the first match and still got through. But it sure takes a little bit of a burden off your back to get off to a good start, and then you can kind of keep rolling from there. But obviously anything can happen. 2 years ago I lost to Poulter. I was 7 under through 17 and lost. So knew I was playing well. That also helps when you know you're playing well and you got a good feel for the golf course.
Why would you consider yourself, obviously the record indicates it, a good match play performer?
Well, I think I rely on my putter a lot, and the putter's the most the best way to get underneath someone's skin. So when they feel like they have an advantage and you close the gap with the putter, it becomes tiresome over 18 holes.
And finally, you know, this is not regular out here on your PGA Tour schedule and playing these match play events. Are they fun?
They can be when the weather's well, but they're stressful. What I explain to people is it's like winning a golf tournament each round when you win a match, because you have 4 or 5 highly stressful putts that you need to make to keep the momentum in your favor. And when you make them, it's a lot of fun, and when you're missing them, it's not.
Now, Kevin Kisner will face Louis Oosthuizen on Wednesday in his first match, and after that, he will take on Justin Thomas. Justin Thomas is out playing Austin Country Club right now. I went out to talk to him about his group, and he kind of gave me an eye roll, and he said, "This is very difficult." So anybody that gets out of that group will definitely earn it.